Hi everyone, how's it going? It took a minute for OBS to start and I was frightened. I hope you're all doing well on this Sunday evening. It is a surprise gaming stream because I've had this game for quite a while and I want to play it with all of you. I will let you guys know before we get started, there was a warning at the start about horrific oral imagery and also written imagery, but I'm not sure if that's because this is a horror or just like it is horrific. But just be forewarned, because forewarned is forearmed. Also, this game has 7 bad endings and 1 good one. So with terrible odds like that, I have to say I'm really, really excited. Also, of course, let me know how the volume is. This is short, so potentially we can get through a lot of different endings. Welcome to A Bloody Party, a short visual novel created by Ren Pai by Michaela. I looked nothing up. I'm a YouTuber. It suggests that you play this game with both a keyboard and a mouse. All QuickTime events in the story require a mouse to interact. QuickTime events? Uh-oh. That sounds like pressure. That's probably why there are so many bad endings. Thank you for your time. We hope you enjoy the story. I hope so too. Your name is... Your name here. Okay. Hi, everybody. Your name here. Jack. Jack. My name is Jack. Why? Like, why? Why did I agree to it? Why did I let her call me Jack? What on earth possessed me to agree to such a potentially dangerous and stupid promise? Was I high? Was I too tired or stressed out to care? Probably. Either way, I was gonna do it. I had to. I didn't have a choice. I was going to a vampire ball. Yes.
Why are you doing this again?
Because I've lost control of my life, and now it's in the hands of the chat and the person playing this game. They say the user lives outside the net.
A real answer would be nice, please. Not a sarcastic one.
I grumbled, adjusting my outfit in the mirror. I straightened my tie and brushed off my dress pants with a sigh. I smoothed out the waistline of my dress with a huff. How are we going to the ball? I mean, we need to care as much as Rivian would. So, how are we going? I'm leaning towards straightening my tie and brushing off my dress pants. Why not? I straightened my tie and brushed off my dress pants. I don't know, because it was a stupid promise that would prove that he's wrong. You saw his face, remember? I'm saving. I mean, I'm not saving because I can't click with the cursor. I mean, come on. A vampire ball? Give me a break. Vampires weren't real. But saving was. 4 save slots, how dare you? I was probably dressing up for nothing. I was going to be punked with cameras. My mind couldn't stop itself from remembering the promise I made in hilarious nostalgia.
Come on, vampires are 100% real.
Can't you hear the violin music?
You're sounding like one of those weird conspiracy theorists. What proof do you have?
I have tons of proof.
Bull.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. The first act of my stupid decision was the card Pavel produced from his pocket. It was strangely ornate, and something about it seemed fantastical, despite being a piece of paper. Dear Norbel Montez, you've been invited to a thrilling masquerade ball this Hallows Eve. What's Hallows Eve? Why are we going? Hosted by the ever-respected Monsi Estate. Please come in your best attire and a mask of your desire. Drinks and hors d'oeuvres be provided by the family. Synthetic pills upon request. Oh. Even the pattern on the card was deeply intricate. I couldn't help but stare. Never had I been invited anywhere with such a nice card. What the heck is that?
You know that strange cafe on McCammon Street, the Raven's Kiss? I went there to stake out the place.
So you're one of those people who's just stalking vampire hangouts? That's not a good decision.
And you question why girls find you creepy.
Not the point. Anyway, while I was there, I found this left in one of the booths.
Oh, we went inside. It was like an inside stakeout. Okay. Who even thinks about taking stuff from an empty booth? Jack, with an attitude like that, that's why we're gonna die.
Would you both just shut up and read the card?
I did. I'm on top of it. With a reluctant grumble, I swiped the card from the table and read the content out loud. I already read it.
See, the Monse estate is this weird family that runs a blood drive clinic and...
Well, obviously they're vampires. Only vampires would run a blood drive clinic. I mean, come on, follow the logic, Jack.
Shut up, for God's sake. Wait until the reading is over before opening your damn mouth.
Wow. Candy, take it down a notch. As I was saying, please come in your best attire and a mask of your desire. Wow, what a rhyme. Powell gestured frantically for me to keep reading, making me roll my eyes before continuing on. Drinks and hors d'oeuvres be provided by the family. Synthetic pills upon request. Synthetic pills of what? Powell was bouncing in his seat, obviously desperate to say something despite the demand placed upon him by Candy. I continued, confused, but still unconvinced. All guests must present their invitation upon arriving. Please time your arrival for 7 p.m. after the sun falls. Well, 100% vampires. At my final word, Powell let out a breath of air and slammed his hands on the table.
I know what synthetic pills are. They're fake blood capsules.
Why aren't you going to the vampire ball then? Wait, fake blood capsules? Why would a party serve those? I see Jack's on the ball.
For vampires!
Candy let out an exasperated groan.
For role players, idiot. Have you not heard of vampire roleplay? Creepy groups of people get together and pretend to be vampires with parties and crap. This is probably one of those fake fetish parties and you picked up an invitation for it.
Oh, well, I don't think it's creepy. It sounds fun, Candy.
This isn't a fake roleplay party. It's real, and there are vampires there.
Real vampires, not fake groupie vampires.
That's it. I'm done listening to this crappy conspiracy theory. I'm going home.
But...
I wanted to believe Powell, but I knew better. Vampires were in no way, shape, or form real. Look, they're already in a diner. We know what that means. This is where you meet vampires. Still, there was a desperate look in his eyes, as if he truly believed exactly what he was theorizing. He was a logical guy, and yet here he was, talking about vampires. How can you be so sure this is real?
Because I know, alright? I just know it. I've been researching and writing about vampires all of my life. This is too perfectly aligned to my theories.
Are you throwing me under the bus to get turned, Powell? Is that what this is? Because if so, I don't appreciate it. What do you even plan to do with this?
I want to go and get solid proof. I want to show everyone that vampires are indeed real and not just some goth kink people claim it is.
Don't throw goths under the bus. How dare you? Despite his sincerity, a million red flags went up in my head. What if it was fake? He'd be forced out and put out on display as a public nuisance. What if it was a secret party of a cult or something? He could wind up getting involved in something illegal, or wind up hurt. On the extreme end of it, what if his crazy theory was true? He'd be a human in a ball full of blood-sucking monsters. I doubted that he would survive, unlike me, Jack. I couldn't let him go. No, you can't do this. I'm the protagonist.
Why not?
I didn't even stop myself from spurting out what I said next. Because I'll go for you. Why on earth did I say that?
You'll really go for me?
Yeah, I will. That way you can't accidentally cause a scene. If you're right, I'll bring back proof. The look on his face was almost heart-wrenching. He was very grateful, and I was internally screaming confusion at my own actions and words. Powell spent an obnoxious amount of money on an outfit for me that was perfect for the ball. If there was any doubt of him actually believing in his case, the price tag was proof of his obsession. Ooh, we're going on his dime, though. Didn't have to pay for the outfit. I had to admit, I looked pretty awesome in it. And if it was a fake party, then I got to keep the outfit for a real occasion later. That was a win, I guess. Candy couldn't help but roll her eyes at my participation in this.
If there are any hot girls there, make sure to take a picture of them, okay?
Jack's on the case. Jack's not gonna die. Jack's gonna be a creeper who takes pics. Why do you care if there are hot girls at a vampire party? Why do you think, Jack?
Hello? Single. Duh.
Right. Will do. Jack's on the case. And with that, I was out of the door and on my way to a party I wasn't technically invited to. Powell had even arranged for a limo to drive me there. More money ignorantly spent. I'm driving in style to my death. At least I got to arrive in style. That's right, same wavelength. The ride caused me to think hard on my situation. Was this worth it? Probably not. But I made a promise to go for Powell, and I wasn't going to back out on my word. Not now. Not after the money Powell had spent on me fitting in. He did that of his... He did that. You didn't make him do that. I reaffirmed my belief. Vampires weren't real. I just had to go to a party, drink a little, dance a little, and leave. I wouldn't have to prove anything. I believed every word I spoke to myself, trying to quell any doubt that lingered. The sight of the misty forest around the limo solidified my calm. Look at this scary forest. I'm so much calmer now. Then again, a party in the middle of a thick forest. I shook my head profusely and forced out an irritated growl along with my doubts. If this was a roleplay ball, they probably pulled out all of the stops. Right, this was a fake vampire party, and nothing was wrong. Even when I arrived, I still held true to my thoughts. It's all going well. Yes. I'm always sure. That's why I save so much. I was stunned at the front of the party house. It was a gorgeously aged mansion. Guests dressed to the nines under dark umbrellas were climbing the front steps and entering the building. It didn't help that the mansion was located in the middle of thick forests. The night sky and trees around gave it an almost enchanting glow. Even the rain that fell and the mist that slowly rolled in put my mind in a fantastical haze. No, that's the vampires. It was like I had jumped back in time. Was this really a roleplay party? It was really atmospheric. Stretching my umbrella out of the limo and over my head first, I exited my carriage of sorts and began my ascension up the stairs, hearing my limo leave me behind at last. To my surprise, some of the guests that were climbing alongside me stopped and stared at me, watching me intensely. Was something wrong? Maybe they knew that I was new. I shook my head and continued on. Reaching the door, I almost dropped my jaw at the sight of the doorman, a big hulking muscle man in a suit that somehow fit him perfectly. I asked him, "Who's your tailor?" A big hulking muscle man. Fantastic. As I settled on my feet in front of him, the man raised an eyebrow at me. Was it really that obvious that I was not actually an invited guest?
Invitation, please.
Got it. I silently took out the card Powell gave me and lifted it up to him. He took it and peered over the contents, affirming that it was a real invitation. After a moment, he looked back at me with a confused face. but nodded slowly and moved aside.
Have a good evening.
No, I won't. Seven bad endings. Thank you? Yeah, that's right. Thanks. I tried to be polite back before walking inside. I didn't want him to look at me for too long and change his mind about me. Entering the building left me almost breathless. The grand lobby was practically sparkling with people, all perfectly elegant and regal, spread around. All of the outfits looked expensive too. I guess it was a good choice for Powell to spend as much money as he did. A person dressed in a servant tuxedo quickly rushed over and took my umbrella, laying it by the door with a handful of others. At least I didn't have to carry it around. Standing by the entrance, I wasn't sure where to begin my investigation. I had entered, and now I was at a loss. There was a faint sound of music echoing in the hall, almost lost underneath the sound of the guests chatting to one another. It was haunting, to say the least. Was there a dance hall? Walking further in, I was greeted by more stairs, but was lucky enough not to become a spotlighted person of interest. Not Rivian. Maybe my mask had some effect on concealing who I was. I wasn't perfect, but it kept the majority of attention on me short-lived. I made my way slowly into the dance hall, where I was stunned by the music in the air and the dancing that was occurring on the dance floor. Dancing on a dance floor? Inconceivable. I really was back in time. The couples on the floor were waltzing as if it were second nature to them. No step was out of rhythm, and no expression stood out. How is this possible? Did the guests know the dance ahead of time? That had to be the case. I slowly walked along the edge of the dance floor, still entranced by the sight of the waltzing couples. It was like being thrown into a fairy tale scene. That was until someone cleared their throat beside me, breaking me out of my immersion. You know what else breaks immersion? Saving like a crazed fiend. Because you know that there are 7 bad endings. Huh? I turned and became speechless. Before me was a handsome man with golden blonde hair and deep pale blue eyes. He simply stared at me and gave me a charming smile that I swore pulled at some heartstring in my chest. In no way could I instantly tell that he's a vampire. Run! Throw holy water on him!
Good evening to you.
Hey. I like the effort that you actually spoke. Ah! Good evening to you too. That was close.
Excellent. Are you enjoying yourself?
No, I'm terrified. Also, are you a vampire? Actually, I just arrived, so I can't really say.
Is that so? Well, I hope that you'll enjoy my party.
Oh gosh, he's the host. We're definitely dead. Wait, his party? Ah, so you are host man.
William Monsey, heir to the Monsey family line.
He extended a hand to me, one that I was slightly excited yet fearful to take. In a show of some confidence, I managed to lay a hand on his, and I said, "Hey." I could only watch wide-eyed as he lifted my hand to his lips and kissed over my knuckles.
And your name is?
Jack. Crap, I had to think quick. I'm Jack from... Ah, I messed up already. I was the Montez family. Wait, the name on the invite said...
Truly. Are humans truly that forgetful of their own facades?
Yes, they are. Please don't kill me. Ah, I am incompetent. William suddenly grabbed onto my throat and began to squeeze it hard, lifting me up. Ah! I began to thrash and kick in desperation, both for freedom and the air being denied to me.
Humans should learn how to lie before stepping into a vampire's home mindlessly.
I was the wrong person to send. Powell should be here.
What do you plan to do with it?
Drain it, of course. But I can't let it thrash around while I bring it to the kitchen.
Yes, you can. Give Jack a second chance. What? What's in a name? Yes. Accomplishment. Take 2. Why, hello. I'm from the Montez family. How are you doing? I'm alive. So this is how this is gonna go. Step by step, baby. William's eyes widened a bit before he slowly lowered my hand and stood up straight with a tiny smirk. Did he know that I was lying? He does, but he's gonna play along because I was less incompetent this time.
Really?
Yup. Legit. I'm also a Time Lord who can go back in time and fix their deaths. 0 deaths. I had to be confident in my fabrication. I straightened up a bit and nodded in return to his question. Yes, I mean, the invitation was addressed to the Montez family, yes? Unless there has been an error. I'm Smooth Jack from the Smooth Dimension. William kept his gaze on me in obvious thought, before chuckling and nodding.
You are correct. I apologize. I guess my memory is not as healthy as I thought.
That's right. It's your problem, not mine. I pay attention to details. At least there wasn't a first name on the invite. As the dance song changed, William held out his arm to me. No, it's too much pressure.
Well then, allow me to make up for my mistake with the dance.
No, please. There was no way I could dance with this group of people. It all seemed planned and choreographed ahead of time. How was I going to keep up? I'm not. I began to shake my hand and step back. No, I couldn't possibly.
Please, I insist.
Stop it. Suddenly, I felt the stare of multiple guests on me. Doing a quick glance around, I noticed a bunch of people looking my direction, waiting to see what I would do. Was I expected to comply? A wave of nerves crashed down each vertebra of my spine, causing me to gulp silently. I needed to agree. I needed to dance. How the hell was I gonna do this? But am I gonna? I slowly wrapped my arm around his and nodded, accepting my fate and praying to every deity that I knew how to guide my feet, and that SG knew how to quick time. I know that I can just go back, but you know what? Just like... I'm that person. Ooh, he's getting clearer in the mirror. Did you all notice that? There are 4 slots. There are 4 lights. Alright, a dance sounds fun. It doesn't. I hate it. William gave me a deep smile before leading me to the dance floor. I tightened my grip on his arm as I felt a number of gazes turn to me in curiosity. That's it. I stood out. There is no confusion or denial about it now. As William stopped, I squared up to him and held out my arms, hoping to be led properly. Maybe I'd be able to wing my way through. Okay, I got a mouse.
Are you alright? You seem a little tense.
I am tense. I'm legit tense. Don't make me do things. Oh, and there's no time pressure. I can decide. I'm fine. Let's just dance. Or I was admiring your eyes. Please don't eat me. I am a wonderful possible fledgling. Please consider that as an option. Oh. I was admiring your eyes. Please don't eat me. I'm totally Jack Montez. William seemed to stop and stare at me in surprise. However, I couldn't lie. He was pretty handsome. After a small breath, William stepped up to me and held me close, locking eyes with me.
You flatter me.
Yes, I do. Please don't kill me. Flattery gets me not killed. The music began to pick up. Oh my god. And the dance began. Click the screen when the notes line up with the black smoke. Okay. Oh my god, I got it. I missed one step. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Oh, the pressure. The pressure. No. No. I'm a dancer. Graceful. Like a bird. This is the longest minute of my life. I can't even talk. Oh. No. Stop it. Okay, a few more seconds. I'm a vampire. What was that? Ignore. The dance ended, and I was surprised I was able to keep up. How is that possible? I was so good. It caused a game error. I'm panting. That's so sad. I was so good, I nearly crashed the game. That's how we roll as vampires. I guess I was more attentive to my surroundings than I thought. Thank God for my eyes and reflexes. I'm alive. I am saving. Whew. William stepped away from me and bowed, ushering me to do the same in return.
Well done. I enjoyed myself. Thank you.
Yes. I did as well. I did not. I nodded to him before he led me off the dance floor back onto the carpet. I adjusted my mask and looked around, now ready to move on. Well, I guess I'll... For a moment, my throat seized up and my voice refused to finish my sentence. He is hypnotizing us. What?
Are you all right?
What are you doing? Stop hypnotizing me. Stop it. That's not fair play. I looked up to see William stare down at me. However, something was different about him. Weren't his eyes blue? Why were they green? Click the yellow spots to break the charm. Okay. Wait. What? No! 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 Whatever had hold of my mind eventually gave up and vanished like a thought that seemed fleeting. My throat opened up once more and I was able to speak. What? Oh, it's saving. This is the most stressful. William, however, continued to stare at me in confusion and concern. As I blinked and his frame shifted, his eyes returned to their soft blue tint. Why were they green in the first place? Because he's a vampire. We need to leave. We need to leave.
Is everything all right?
It's not. This is a lot of more stress than I was anticipating. Yeah, Question William, or leave it alone. I want to live. I'd like to live, please. I want to live. I don't know, but I want to know. I want to know, but I also want to live. I mean, I have my precious save. I want to know, even if it kills me. William, why were your eyes suddenly green? William's eyes widened slightly, but his eyebrows furrowed in further confusion.
I'm sorry?
Haha. I saw your eyes turn green. Was he lying to me? Or were my eyes playing a trick on me and he was hiding something? Was he using a spell of some sort on me? This is a witch ball, not a vampire ball. Nevertheless, William shook his head and gently took hold of my hand, leaning towards me. For a moment, my heart jumped into my throat at how close he became.
Are my eyes still green?
Is this a trick question? No, but I know what I saw. Vampire, throw some holy water on him. Why didn't we come with anything? We didn't bring a cross or anything. Some part of me was screaming to stop speaking. For some reason, I could feel like I was dancing on a knife's edge, and continuing this would only bring danger. I began to bite my tongue, but William straightened up his posture and let out a small sigh.
It must have been the lights playing with your vision. Others have also mentioned my blue eyes turning green, but it always came down to the lights.
Jack should have eaten a garlic pizza before he came, Emma. William looked up, causing me to do the same. On the ceiling were gorgeous chandeliers, all lit with soft flames. That's right, these were candle-lit chandeliers. Yellow plus blue. Oh, I'm sorry for being mistaken. Was I trying to cover myself from being too suspicious? Or did I truly believe the colors of the lights made William's eyes green? Either way, William's lips softened to a smile. Whew, I just need to survive. William took a step back and bowed at the hip to me. Wow, a deep bow.
Well, I hope you enjoy the ball. Please feel free to eat and drink to your heart's content.
I can hear how smarmy you're being about that, William. I know there's no food here. I smiled and bowed in return. Thank you, William, and thank you for the dance and the stress and nearly crashing my game. With a nod and a chuckle, William turned and disappeared into the crowd, leaving me alone at last. I'm frightened. He was the evil that I knew. I knew him. Just in case questioning him was wrong, I'll use a precious save slot. I couldn't help but mentally sigh. The host of the party I was infiltrating made me dance with him, and now I was on my own again. At least I was free to eat the food now. Jack, what are you doing? Run, leave. This is your chance. I slowly made my way through the crowds towards the growing smell of fresh food. I could recognize fruits and meats of all different kinds, even chocolates, but is anybody else eating them? Is anybody else eating them? What is this one painting in the center? As I reached the large food table at the side of the room, I could only gasp and salivate at the sight. The table was full of different foods, ranging from ripened fruit to deliciously smoked meats and cheeses. There was even a large chocolate and vanilla fondue fountain. Fondue. Perfectly enticing anyone to stick their hand in for fun. I didn't know where to start. There were so many options. Don't eat anything, you fool! As I began to reach for something, however, a voice trickled near my ear.
To believe that William danced with that thing.
Hey! The judgment! Why the mortal hate?
Be quiet. Don't let him hear you say that, lest you lose your privileges with the Monse family.
She is right, though. Why is that thing here anyway?
I dressed up and everything. Why are y'all so mean? Y'all are mean, snooty vampires. Now I really want to go home. They knew. They knew I didn't belong, despite me wearing a mask. But how did they know? I was in perfect disguise. Was this party truly that private where everyone knew each other? They're vampires. I want Shake Jack. They're vampires. Yet I was let in. I gritted my teeth, unappreciative of being called a thing, and continued to grab at food from the table. Stop it! Jack, you fool! One bite was all it took for my mouth to start watering in desperate need for more. How could food be this delicious? Another bite. A moan tried to escape my lips, but I successfully held it back. I began to regret not having the means to take some of the food back with me. If I lived! I continued to slowly grab at food I wanted and consume it, savoring each flavor I put in my mouth. This was truly heaven. Later I realized that I couldn't leave hell for 6 months.
Would you care for a drink?
No, I'd care to leave. I stopped at the voice directed at me, turning to see a waiter holding up a tray of small wine glasses. The cups themselves were ornate and beautiful to look at. What was inside of them, however, made my breath halt in my throat. Each one held a dark and red liquid of some kind, thick in texture, just from how they settled in the cups. That wasn't wine. What drinks do you have? Well, we have blood and more blood.
We have the typical fare. Simply take and enjoy if you desire as such. Unless you have a special
Vold!
request.
Do you hear that? That server's Vold. Oh my gosh, that server is 100% Vold. Ah! Vold's bringing my drinks. Phew, I didn't have to play with thick liquid. I wasn't sure of. Do you have water?
Certainly. Will you be requiring a capsule?
Yes, Vold, please. My mind instantly went to Powell, remembering how he claimed that the capsules were full of fake blood. As Candy's reminder of vampire roleplay came to mind, I decided to take a breath and make a decision. Okay. Oh, we need to decide. Yeah, I don't trust anything. Sure, thank you. Or no, thank you. Just water, please. I just want to live. I would like to live through this. Should we try the blood? True blood it up? Take the capsule. Okay. We're blending. As I agreed, I could feel a sudden wave of gazes latch onto my form. What did I just agree to? We're blending. In for a penny, in for a pound? The waiter stared for a moment before nodding and walking away, most likely going to obtain my request. As I waited, I stood by the table, knowing that the waiter wouldn't or probably couldn't track me if I moved away through the crowds. No, they know where you are. You smell like human. It was unnerving to be alone at a party. Should I have brought Candy with me? Oh right, I was supposed to be taking photos like a creepster. Powell was not going to sit still, so Candy was my only other friend who would have been a comfort to stand beside. I also couldn't help but realize that there was a clear circle of space around me made by the other guests, as if they did not want or dare to be within a 3-foot radius around me. What? Did I smell or something? I took a quick moment to lean my head towards my shoulder and sniff near my armpit. I didn't smell bad. Then why was I being isolated? Oh my gosh, Jack, really? I would, as soon as the dance thing happened, I would have been like, it's vampires, Paul was right, I'm leaving. Not even a minute went by before I was approached by the waiter again with the glass of water. In the waiter's other hand was a teacup saucer with a capsule. I could see a thinner red liquid sloshing in its container, eagerly waiting to go down my throat. What was it exactly? Was it red water? Was it syrup? Juice?
Your water.
Thanks, Vold. Thank you. I collected the pill from the saucer, took the glass from the server, and nodded in appreciation. He only smiled back before vanishing into the crowd. I sighed. I was alone. I had eaten. I had my drink. Was it time to leave? Maybe. After all, I had the fake blood capsule. This was my ticket to proving whether or not Paul was telling the truth. Looking around to avoid suspicion, I pocketed the capsule. I took a sip of water, calming myself, and planning what to do next. I decided to text Powell, letting him know of my findings. I placed the glass of water on the table nearby for safety. Jack, you don't put a glass down, then pick it up and drink from it again. That's party safety. Whew. Rummaging through my pocket, I brought out my phone. My fingers slid over my screen, unlocking it easily, and I guided myself to my messenger app. Just as I was about to type out what I needed to say...
Mr. Monzi!
Hi! That's me. The sudden exclamation caused me to turn my head. Right behind me stood William Monzi, causing me to jump a little in sudden fright. Ah! Ah! And thus my phone dropped from my hand. And slid under someone, slid under someone's foot. I'm dead. This is how I die. Oh, look, you could hear it break.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're not. This is gonna end like Armand's theater stage play. The look of anger on William's face could kill. William turned and glared at the woman who had landed her high heel on my phone, taking my own rage from the situation and using it against her.
So not only do you lack talent in basic dancing, but you are also clumsy enough to step on a phone and break someone's property.
Wow. I'm frightened, William.
Mr. Monzi,
Get out.
Whew. Just from his words, my breath caught in my throat. The woman he had commanded to leave shook in her spot, unconsciously digging her heel into my phone further. Hey! I stepped forward, now enraged that she was still standing on my phone because priorities, before the group the woman was with dragged her off and away from me and William. William slowly let out a burning sigh before turning to me with a concerned frown.
Are you okay?
My phone's not okay. You owe me a new phone. Yes, thank you. Or no, my phone. My precious phone. I mean, I'm okay, but my phone's not okay. So either one of these answers could be correct. I'm really afraid. This is really capturing the fear of being a human at a vampire party for me. So, I mean, my phone. But then he might look at it. I'm okay. I don't want him to look at my phone. While my phone was a tragedy, I was happy to know that William cared for my well-being. I don't know, that was very possessive and vampire-y. William nodded with a relieved smile.
That is good to hear. I'm glad that thing did not distress you further.
Is thing the insult of the vampire world? Thing? William stepped over and picked up the phone, observing the damage done to it. Part of my soul died looking at it. I had no means to contact Powell now, but I also thought of the financial turmoil buying a new phone would cause. Now what am I going to do?
Would you be alright using my phone instead for tonight? I assume you either wanted to call for your driver or chat with someone.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Give me your phone. My eyes lit up at his offer. He was really gonna let me use his phone? Really? You wouldn't mind? William simply nodded before bringing out his phone from his pocket. To my surprise, instead of seeing a brand I recognized on the case, there was a blood-red rose inscribed on the back.
Here. Do you know your driver's number or who you wanted to speak to?
I see you. I'm gonna use a save slot? I don't know, because what if I have to go... I'm just gonna have to live. I'm gonna have to live with my choices. I grimaced. My memory wasn't that great, but I at least remembered Powell's number. Yes, I know the number I need to contact. William passed his phone to me before wiggling my broken phone in his other hand.
Allow me to dispose of this one. Later tonight, I can arrange the means to compensate you for the damages done to it and for a replacement.
Yes, please. Give me all your vampire money. I felt like swooning. This guy was truly a big help and such a gentleman. Jack is having a very different evening than me. Jack is having a very different evening than me. Thank you, William. I'd appreciate that. Without a reply in return, William turned and walked away back into the crowd. I looked down at William's phone, seeing it already unlocked for me. To my surprise, I saw a large blooming red rose set up in his background. Did he have a liking for red roses? I shook my head and opened up his messenger app, seeing it completely void of any messages. Did he erase messages as they came? William was becoming more and more of an enigma than I thought. What kind of man doesn't have messages on his phone? An interesting enigma, but a mysterious one nonetheless. I opened up a new message and typed in Powell's number before writing out my message. Vampires, send help. Being courted by head vampire. Phone destroyed. Trying to extort money. Please come soon. Powell, this is Jack on William Monty's phone. The guy whose family you mentioned. I got a fake blood capsule. Can you pick me up? Why would you? I'm here undercover. I am not a legitimate guest. Let's just leave all of the incriminating evidence on William's phone. I checked my message twice before sending it and deleting it afterwards. I don't trust this vampire phone. There was no need to clutter William's phone with my message thread if he took care in keeping his message inbox empty. Literally seconds after I sent the message, William's phone went off, signaling Powell's reply. I opened the message and took in Powell's message, wondering how the hell he was able to reply back so fast. Got it. On my way. Be there in 30. Okay, I just gotta live for 30 more minutes. 30 more minutes. That was fast. I deleted the message and pocketed William's phone, sighing to myself. I had to wait 30 minutes. Well, I guess I could eat more. I turned to the table, only to be surprised to find that my glass of water was gone. Are you serious? First my phone, then my water? What a night. First my phone, now my... Oh my gosh. No. No, Artemis, I don't think so either. I grumbled, knowing that the only person I knew in this building was William, but he had vanished into the crowd. The waiter was gone and out of sight. And I was alone. For some reason, the feeling of being alone made something in my core shudder. I didn't know anyone, truly, and I just stood there. I could have left and just walked home, maybe take a taxi or a bus, but Paul was on his way. Biting my lip, I knew that I wasn't going to let myself feel like this for long. I needed to find William. I slowly made my way through the crowd, keeping an eye out for him. Maybe he was close, in case he wanted this phone back. My suspicions were true. I pinned my sights on William speaking to a group of people. The conversation seemed casual from the look on his face. I made my way over and caught his attention through the crowd. Despite being in mid-conversation, he halted speaking to address me and caused the group he was talking with to be silent.
Did you contact who you needed to?
Yes? Please let me live, Mr. Vampire, sir. Yes, thank you. Here's your phone back. With a smile, William took back his phone and pocketed it.
So, when do you plan to leave?
30 minutes, don't kill me. My driver will be here in 30 minutes. William frowned as I mentioned my time of departure.
A shame that you can't stay here longer. Oh well.
Turning away from his conversation partners, he held out his arm to me.
Walk with me for a bit.
I didn't have anything better to do. I gently wrapped my arm around his and followed his lead away from the group he had been speaking to. Why did he not acknowledge them? They seemed content, however, to remain in their place, unaffected. William led me around the lobby and dance hall in a casual manner, allowing me to see everything about the rooms and atmosphere.
So, other than the phone accident, did you enjoy your time here?
I mean, enjoy is not the word I would use. I'm frightened. But I want to use a save slot so badly. I'm going to, I can't. I mean, I'm not going to say no to a vampire, the host of their own vampire party. So yes, I had a fantastic time. I couldn't lie. Okay. I'm not lying, I guess. I loved the food, the dancing was exciting, and the atmosphere of the party was all in all enchanting. I smiled and gently squeezed William's arm. Calm down, Jack. Thank you for the wonderful time, William. Jack, we're not on the same page. William's lips curled into a smile of its own in pride, nodding at my statement.
The pleasure was mine.
Oh my gosh. I know, right, Artemis? At least William was able to pick up some pieces of tonight and make it not unbearable. William stopped in the corner of the dance hall, turning fully to me and taking my hands. Why?
Well, at least allow me one chance to toast with you. For a meeting unexpected by both of us.
Oh my gosh. He was charming, and his offer was one I couldn't refuse. He made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Sure, one toast. William turned his head and snapped his fingers, the sound echoing lightly in the room. Within moments, a waiter arrived with a tray of glasses, ones that I recognized. I couldn't help but gulp silently. Did he really want me to toast with a glass of that? We're being played with. William is playing with us so hard. William took up 2 glasses from the tray and offered me one, letting me know that I was going to have to toast with it. Despite every fiber of my being waving red flags into my brain, I reached out and took a glass out of respect. I was not going to object to his request. As his hand became free, he lifted his glass towards me with his other hand.
To our meeting.
He's just barring his fangs now. I'm dead. To our meeting. Our glasses clinked and the toast was made. Now drink. William gently lifted his glass to his lips and sipped from it, but kept his eyes on me. At that moment, I could feel the eyes of everyone in the room piercing into me. Why was I on display once again? Oh gee, I don't know. Are you not noticing the fangs, Jack? My fear began to strike hard into my soul, with doubt and a sudden theory. What if Paul was right? Look, Jack caught up with everybody else. What if everyone here was a vampire and I was about to drink blood? These vampires had watched me the entire night, and now I was about to make a decision that all of them seemed interested in. The more sane part of my brain, however, began to fight back. This was just a toast with the host of the party and his fangs. They were intrigued by someone whom they obviously knew was new. The Thing. And the drink was nothing more than fake blood, maybe even a thick juice. Or wine. I began to mentally battle myself. Should I trust my instincts? Should I listen to reason? Should I believe in doubt? Should I shake it off? Just drink, my god, man. I had seconds to decide. You ready? Are you ready? Drink it! I couldn't let my fear get to me. I had to drink. In an overwhelming burst of confidence, I leaned my head back and chugged the drink down. That's right. Please don't let it be what I think it is. Click your glass to drink. At that moment, my life flashed before my eyes in a horrifying vision of what was to come in the next set of seconds. I began to vomit. Blood began to spill out from my mouth and stomach, unable to take it in from the toast. Paul was right. These were vampires, and I'd been forced to drink blood. The vile act itself forced me to heave, and I refused to keep it in. I stumbled back, hitting the corner as I tried to wipe my mouth of the bile. What have I done? Why was I here? I was in danger. I was like a deer caught in the headlights of a pack of wolves. I had nowhere to go, nowhere to run. I was trapped. Ah-ha-ha. In my blind and oblivious state, a strong hand shoved itself against and around my throat, crushing it.
Pathetic.
It was, wasn't it, though? I mean, I can't disagree with that. Like, come on now. It was 1 glass of blood. Maybe I didn't drink it fast enough. There was still some left. Maybe I should go back and drink it faster. We'll see. I felt my body being lifted into the air and pushed further into the corner as the grasp around my throat tightened.
Such a weak and powerless mouse you are.
Can I still have the money for my phone? Air, I needed it. The bile left my throat, burning as his hand began to crush my esophagus.
I've no use for you.
Ha! Bad ending. Swallowing the pain. Okay, loading. This time.
So, other than the phone accident, did you enjoy your time here?
Yes, I did, and this time we chug. This time we chug. This time we're
Where?
chugging. Chugging. Drink it. Drink it, Jack. Drink it down, okay? Powell was right. Powell was absolutely right. What I guzzled down my throat was blood. Like a champion. The metallic sting, the coppery scent, the iron aftertaste. Jack drank it all because Jack's the best. I, without a doubt, forced myself to swallow blood from a wine glass in a toast. With a vampire. Oh god, another choice. Stay calm, obviously. Stay calm. I had to stay calm. I had to remain calm if I didn't want to be found out. I mean, they all already know anyway, but... This was crazy. What was happening? What was reality? I could only stand there, taking in the fact that I had tasted blood in a room full of vampires. No normal human would drink blood. Wait, this is extenuating circumstances. Then what did that make me? A survivor? A spy? Someone willing to take the hit for someone because they didn't believe their crazy conspiracy theory? I was wrong. I was very wrong. Still, I stood calm as stone. I would not let them win. William stared in some form of surprise. Did he expect me to fail his test? As it was such... William, you know, you turn violent real fast, bro.
Interesting.
I know, right, Artemis? Another one. What? Was that not a satisfactory toast? Am I still a measly little mouse? Silence reigned over us. There was even a hush in the crowd at what had occurred between us. I was being watched the entire night, and they expected me to fall one way or another. I would not have been surprised if they were taking bets. William stood still for a moment before giving me a charming smirk.
Did you enjoy it?
I like living. I like living. A lie escaped me, but you know, I still feel like I could die. Like, I'm not out the door yet. It's not safe until I'm out the door. And even then it's not because they're vampires. My life is over. It was fine. Not the best I've had. Ooh, Jack. William's eyebrows lifted in amused curiosity.
Truly.
I grinned softly, trying to lighten the tension in the air. I only joke. It was a toast I shall remember forever. That's for sure. William nodded slowly, lowering his glass to a nearby table.
Indeed.
I needed to get out. I needed to find a way to escape this place with my life intact. I prepared to excuse myself from William, but he surprised me by taking my hand.
That reminds me. We still have to settle your phone damages.
That's right. I want the latest model. I earned it. No, I earned it. Oh, right. I silently gulped as I stared into William's eyes. Now that I knew what he was, I could almost point out the devilish look behind his innocent gaze. It has never been innocent. He has been staring coldly in full, like, condescending vampire mode this entire game. I was a mouse. He was a cat. And I had entered his den as if I knew better. One last test. One last performance, and I was free to leave. Powell was on his way. I had less than 15 minutes to wait. Might as well power through it. I took the initiative and wrapped my arm around Williams, urging him to lead me once more. After you. William stared before nodding and leading me through the lobby and up the grand stairs. I could feel every vampire burn their surprise into my body with their gazes. I could only hope that I would be able to get out alive. Maybe there was a way where he was taking me. Oh my god. I was guided to a bedroom, assumedly his. I had expected to be brought into an office of some sort, but I should have known he had other plans. Still, I stepped in, ready to fight and claw my way out. At least we were alone. If I was gonna go down, I would go down fighting. One person and not in a practically party full of vampires.
You intrigue me.
Thank you. Can I go home now? I hardened my soul. I hardened my soul and turned to William as he closed the door to the room. I prepared for anything, only shaken as the sound of the door locking echoed through the space.
You come to my party with a stolen invitation and you pass yourself off as one of us. To what gain?
I don't know. Like, I really don't. Oh no. Tell the truth, tell a lie. Oh no, man. This is too much pressure. Oh, there's lightning flashing. I came to get a new phone. That's right, Julia. I feel like he'll be able to tell if I lie anyway. We've been lying all evening. So there's this guy. He was a vampire and he knew exactly who I was. There was no reason to lie now. My friend is a conspiracy theorist who believes vampires are real. And instead of him coming to this party, I came in his stead, knowing he would do something stupid. Unlike me, I did all the smart things.
As stupid as going to a vampire ball at all, imagining the risks.
William scoffed slightly before slowly walking towards me, his shadow slowly engulfing my form.
Well, whatever your reason was, you are here now.
I sure am. Am I the latest fledgling? You seem like a very powerful vampire. At least I'm moving on up in the world. I took a step back with every step forward he made, until the back of my calves hit the edge of his bed. I refused to fall back, letting him tower over me with his chest against mine.
So, what will you do now? You've flown haphazardly into the spider's web, and have no means of escape.
Can I still get that phone? Does that mean you intend to kill me?
The thought has crossed my mind.
And happened in 2 separate timelines. I could feel the tease of death caress my spine, taunting me of a future I did not wish to see. I didn't want to die. I didn't want to be the victim of a vampire. William burned his gaze into my soul as he grabbed my hips in a possessive hold.
Rather, why kill you when I can break you?
Well, I mean... can I still get a new phone, though? My heart almost stopped. What did he mean? I think we all know what he means. Potential trigger warning for the chat. His eyes instantly turned green and my mind began to melt. No. 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 I fought back against the strange hold on me with all my might before I finally pushed William back, causing him to topple to the floor from the sudden attack. As his body hit the floor, I seized the opportunity. I'm so intrigued by pin William down. Should we escape? Should we pin him? Why do I want to pin him? Pinning him's such a stupid choice, but I want to. I don't know what to do. Escape? We're not gonna pin him? I can't save. Okay, I'm gonna run. I bolted towards the window and flew through it, desperate to escape. Yes! I rolled to my side, trying to lessen the damage of landing on the grass as I tumbled to the ground by tucking into myself for a roll of some sort. The crash of my body against the ground shot both immense pain and adrenaline through me despite the roll, but I couldn't stay there. I had to run. I pounded my palms into the ground and forced myself up, letting my carnal need to survive take control of my limbs. I limped my way to the gate, thankful that the guard at the door had barely taken in my form before attempting to run at me. The second my feet hit the ground, the guard stopped in his tracks as if some powerful force kept him still. Ha! Whatever, it doesn't matter, Jack's going. I didn't care what held him back. I continued to limp down the forest road towards the direction where Powell would come, hoping he would see me and stop to help me. I limped for what seemed like an eternity, until my body could stay up no longer. I collapsed onto the dirt road, feeling pain rush through me at last, and not having the strength to fight back anymore. Please don't let them get me. Don't let them. I couldn't even lift my head, but I knew someone loomed over me at that very moment. I prayed it wasn't a vampire. Huh?
That was reckless. For a human, I'm impressed.
You?
You're lucky I stopped that giant vampire from leaving that stoop. Who knows what that family would have done to you?
What? Who?
But you're seriously hurt. I doubt you'll survive for long without proper care.
Help? Suddenly a warmth enveloping my body. Angels, what was this?
Why are humans so reckless?
I don't know.
Hey!
Hey! What happened? Why was... I opened my eyes to stare into the night sky through the trees of a forest. Why was I in a forest? My body was sore, but I was slowly able to raise myself up from lying down to a sitting position. Wait, why was I in a fancy outfit? Better question, why was I in a torn up fancy outfit in the middle of the forest? I looked around, seeing Powell rush over to me from a limo he assumedly drove and parked.
Hey, what happened to you? Are you okay?
No. Why does my head hurt?
Fuck, you look like hell. Let's get you home, okay? I'm so
He
sorry.
doesn't remember. What am I even doing here? But who glamored? Were we glamored or saved by the thing?
What? You don't remember?
So you're the conspiracy theorist.
Oh god.
Huh? Who are you?
You don't need to know. And you will never know anything else again.
Ah, haha.
What are you?
Welp. Maybe I should have pinned him.
Where did you take them?
You're concerned for them.
Of course! Why wouldn't I be?
I removed their memories of tonight and returned the victim back where they belonged. That man, however, will no longer think to meddle in the affairs of the supernatural.
How can you be so sure?
No one can hear him theorize from a padded cell.
Oh! No. It's strange. I feel incomplete somehow. I was safe at home without a plan to carry out or a worry in the world, and something was off. What was missing? Not even Candy was sure of what was going on. She was more concerned as to why she had a random contact named Powell saved onto her phone. Did I forget something? I can only remember a glimmer of a dream. Golds and reds sparkled around me, and I was dancing on the edge of a knife. My body shudders in remembrance. But a dream is merely a dream. Right? Good end. Survival. Well, I guess we died if we pinned him. Paul, why do I want to go back and pin him? I just kind of want to know how we die. I mean, I feel bad for Paul. I'm gonna go back and die that way.
Hey, what the heck is this thing? I found it in your pocket.
Wait a minute. Oh, there's more. But wait, there's more. Huh? Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Sequel. Dun dun dun. Let's pin him. Let's make bad choices. Tell the truth. No. 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 Pin him down. Some carnal beast inside of me forced me forward. I pinned William down, digging my fingers into his hands to keep him still as I straddled his abdomen. What's wrong with me? Why was I doing this? I had a chance to escape, to be free from this. I saw the escape ending. Paul was in a padded room. Pin him down. Yet I was entranced by this place. These creatures. Him. A throbbing pang in my chest denied me any logical reasoning. I was mad.
So, the mouse strikes back.
Shut up. Without a second thought, I dropped my head down and slammed my lips onto his. This is already a better ending for me. I could feel William's breath catch in his throat at my action. I didn't know what I was doing. I had turned a blind eye to the danger I was in. All for that one kiss. I pulled away and looked down at him, mentally affirming my own actions and my stubbornness. William only stared back. What was he thinking? What was I thinking? At last, William grabbed my hands and forced himself to sit up, causing me to slide down to sit on his lap, while gripping my hands in his.
You surprised me, little mouse.
And he surprised me by pulling my arms forward and locking his arms under mine, clamping my body against his. Without a moment to recognize what was happening, a searing heat whipped through my throat. Then came the pain. I could barely scream out, instantly gripping to William and clawing at his back as a vacuum-like pull drained me of my blood. My screaming became bubbly and garbled as William's teeth clenched onto my throat harder, piercing my esophagus and breaking me. He was a vampire. I don't know. I mean, at least we got a kiss out of that and not mind wiped and whatnot. It's the ending that Jack deserved. Let's be real. Well, I enjoyed this game. It was fun. I think it actually captured the stress of potentially going to a vampire party, which I very much enjoyed. I also enjoyed the little mini games, and yeah, it was a fun little game, and I really liked the little things, like how William blinked and his mouth moved. So, yes. So there's only one good ending, so we got it. We did it. Achievement. So I want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out for this impromptu stream. I know, Kai, there's no happy ending for Jack. We will be back and we will play more random games, whatever I can find. I even have more vampire ones. So thanks so much. There are, as always, more videos coming soon. Ooh, what are the extras you want to see? Oh, it's the credits. So, thank you so much, and I will see you all very soon. Day, night, whenever. Okay. Bye.